Good afternoon and welcome to Robin's Fanatics TV, season 23-24, and with me AJ, and we're going to do a little roundup of Carshalton's pre-season friendlies. At the time of doing this vlog we still have one more friendly left to play, home to Bromley on Saturday, but I'm going to be missing that one because I'm going to start watching the FA Cup games. Saturday I'm going to watch Merson versus Raynes Park Vale in the FA Cup extra preliminary round. So yeah, and Bromley have a league game on Saturday anyway, so it'll probably just be under 23s or under 21s, so don't mind missing that one to watch my first bit of competitive football this season. Also on this vlog, like I say, is a roundup of how the pre-season friendlies have gone, and just a little bit of club news from players' come-ins and goings. So I'll start off with our first pre-season friendly, played back in early July, and we had Carshalton the Fleck were at home to Balham at Colston Avenue. Robins run out fine 5-1 winners in a game which is a really good game for an opening pre-season friendly. Balham didn't really offer that much. Carshalton the Fleck were always in charge, and come through with a comfortable victory. Goal scorers for the Robins on that evening was Brad Williams, one of our new signings who's returning to the club, Kwaku Frimpong, Marcel Barrington and Chindu Mackenzie bagged himself a brace. Balham scored one right at the end, but the game was won and I think we switched off a little bit by then. So that was the first pre-season friendly, quite an easy one to start with really. They didn't really offer up too much and we sort of coped with it pretty well. Next up for the Robins on the Saturday was Carshalton Fleck at home to Raynes Park Vale, who obviously won their championship and got promoted to the Isthmian South Central promotion division for this season. So they were going to be tough opponents, and as it turned out, it was actually a really good game of football. I mean, both teams played. Raynes Park looks like they're going to adapt a physical approach to their game this season, and a couple of times they sort of bullied Carshalton off the ball a little bit, but Carshalton come back and then they played really well. It was a really good, entertaining game actually. It was just one that was sort of good for a second game. It was good. It was a little bit more competitive and it was a lot closer than the first game. But Carshalton and Athletic eventually came through 2-1 winners. Chindu Mackenzie again with his third goal in 2 games in pre-season, and Curtis Cumberpatch scored as well, and I think Gallagher scored Raynes Park's consolation to make it 2-1. But overall that was a really good game of football. I mean, I watched Raynes Park Vale play 2 in Mitcham the following Tuesday and they adapted the same tactics, so I think they're strong candidates for, you know, maybe a playoff place in the South Central. I think they've got a big physical side. They've got some really top quality strikers as well in the Gallaghers. Gallagher, he was their top goal scorer with 30 plus goals last season. So they'll be a tough team to beat next season in Isthmian South Central. So but we're glad we come through that one. Next up, the following Saturday, Carshalton's first away game. Travelled to the Moatsiders to watch my adopted team, Merston, and that was a ding-dong battle played in the glorious summer rain. This poor excuse of a summer that we've had so far. But yeah, that was a ding-dong battle, but the Robins came through 5-3. So we're scoring goals, but defence still looks a little bit shaky. But goal scorers for us on that game was Tom Beer, bagged himself a brace, looks useful, and then went off with a hamstring strain and hasn't played since. Danny Bassett, who of course returned from the club from Cray Wanderers last season after being our top goal scorer the season before, come in. Tom Bradford, again, consistent as ever, and Vendrells, scored the 5th Robins goal, but it wasn't an easy game by any means. I mean, I think at one point we were 5-1 up and Merson got 2 back, make it 5-3, but luckily we had it all in hand. So, but it made for a very entertaining afternoon's game of football. But considering the weather was pretty poor, it was a good highlight for it, for the Robins. Yeah, so after that I think we played Leatherhead, Haydenburgh's Leatherhead, in their next pre-season friendly, and they comfortably beat us 2-0. Hard to fathom things like that. Haydenburg, as always, has got a really good strong side there, and there was a couple of ex-Robins sort of in there. Well, they weren't playing on that game, but like Ollie Cook and one other was Gus So were there. There's a few extra players, but Haydenburg's got a consistent black book of consistent players that always play for him, play very well for him, and they look very strong. I think I would put my money on Leatherhead winning that division next season, the South Central. I think they look a very good side. Hayden's built a very good, strong physical side, but also like to play football as well. So we were beaten that day fair and square. We looked a little bit toothless up front. Defence was shaky, but it was a deserved victory for Leatherhead in the end. It was another good game to have, especially losing it as well. Sort of give them a few things to think about, and sort of see anything that can change before the end, before the season starts properly. The final game I went to was last Saturday. It was a week's race between Carshalton friendlies, and Carshalton had a trip to Sevenoaks Town, which was interesting ground. It's the first time I've been there, so another new ground to tick off my ground hopper list. But yeah, nice ground, nice brand new, looks like a brand new 4G pitch, looks really good. And Carshalton had released a few players. I'll get onto that after the report for this one. But yeah, 0-0. It was 0-0 at half time. I mean, we defended very well. You can see they were doing a lot of defensive training in the training match, in the training nights in the week leading up to it, and we was clearly there to see that they were pressing a little bit more. They were being a bit more going in for tackle, not giving players space to turn around and do something. And they've got Dan Bennett there, of course, ex-Robins, and he's a really good player, and managed to keep him quiet, which is a good thing. And they got that Amandu in goal from who played for Mercer and Bogner, so he only just signed for them, so that was a bit of a shock. Big goalkeeper, is really good. But he's signed now. I don't know how long he'll be there. I'd be amazed if he's still there come start the season. I think someone else higher up will pick him up, but he was there for now. But like I said, it was 0-0 at half time. I say we dominated the game, but we just still a little bit toothless up front. But second half, again, it was much the same. We didn't make, with the previous friendlies, we made wholesale changes at half time, virtually changed the whole team. But in the Sevenoaks game, it was more a settled team. I think we only had 3 or 4 to come on in the second half if needed. 3 new players, which I haven't got the names of. But anyway, back to the game, and Tommy Bradford came in again with a stunning sort of 20-yard goal from the corner of the box, straight in the top corner to put us 1-0 up. And he looked like he was playing a more advanced role as well, which is good because you need to play him up there because he's a proven goal scorer. He's been playing far too defensively recently, but it looks like this season he's having a bit of a more forward role, which is just what you need because one season he got 30 plus goals for us playing up front, so he can do it. But it's just sort of they wanted to use him in midfield, something defensive midfield. But to be honest, it's a bit of a waste of time for him. Really, he needs to be up front scoring goals. But Sevenoaks equalised. It was literally the last kick of the game. The defence was a bit steep, and the guy tapped in at the far post, and it was so far they didn't even. The referee blew for the goal and blew the full-time whistle. So it was literally the last kick of the game. Didn't even get to take the centre to restart the game. So that was a bit disappointing. But the things we got from that Sevenoaks game, like the defence, it was very solid, and they were closing them down really quick and really sort of not letting any of them get any space to get through or anything like that. And the defence I thought was very good in that game. just unlucky that they managed to sneak one in right at the end. But you know, still a little toothless up front. Yeah, they seem to be playing Bassett, Vendrells and Tommy as a front three, and they played it around, but just didn't really fashion many shots on goal. So well, that was it for the Cashel friendlies. Like I say, we've still got one more to come on Saturday, Bromley, but I've got to do this now because I'm missing the Bromley game. So on to other news. A couple of things. It looks like it's the last season of our current 4G pitch. I think at the end of the season it has to be ripped up and redone. So you know, compared to some of the new pitch, it's looking a bit torn and a bit bare now. But we can get one more season out of it. But then at the end of this season, it has to be ripped up and the new one put in, which will cost him a few bucks. But you know, he's got to do it. As for players' comings and goings, well, I went through a list of players that were staying from the previous season. And one I forgot to mention was Curtis Cumberpatch, who's also come back for the Robins this season. But players that have been released, they were released between the Leatherhead and the Sevenoaks game. There was Chindu Mackenzie, rather surprisingly actually, because the first two pre-season games he got 3 goals. So that was a bit of a shock. I wasn't expecting him to be. I thought he was going to be on it for us this season, but no, Pete's released him. Couple Ruben Collins, Antonio Hamilton, couple of released, and Marcel Barrington, who we signed from Bay, didn't really have much of an impact. Yeah, he scored in the first game against Balham, but didn't really have an impact, and so he was let go. So you know, which wasn't a real shock, to be fair. But you know, it's pre-season, players still come and go. It's quite easy. It can quite easily happen. Yeah, and finally the sad one was Quade Taylor, a player, big centre back we signed from Dulwich Hamlet. After he played several years there, he came to us. But unfortunately, due to health issues, he's had to quit the game. So that's because the fact that him and Reedy looked like, or him and Bradley Williams actually looked really solid in our defence. We had a big centre back come on Saturday against Sevenoaks. Didn't get his name. Looked okay, but wasn't stunning. But yeah, Quade Taylor was a real shame because he's actually given up football. He would have been a really good addition. He would have really made the defence solid for us next season when the season starts. But unfortunately, due to his health issues, he's had to quit, which is, you know, good luck to him. I hope he finds a way through it and maybe come back to the football one day. Yeah, like I say, I saw 3 new players in the Sevenoaks game. They will come on in the second half. A little impact, but it really turned the game or changed the game. Yeah, so overall, I mean, it was a very productive pre-season. So so far we've got 3 wins out of 5, 1 defeat and 1 draw. So you know, mixed bag. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I think that, I personally speaking, I think this squad still looks a little bit thin. If you get two or three injuries to key players, you're going to be found wanting a little bit. But Pete seems to pretty much settled on his squad now. I think the team that started against Sevenoaks will be pretty much a team that will start against Potters Bar Town in our first league fixture. So. But yeah, still need some. I still personally think we need some. I'm sure Pete's got it under control, but he's got a wage budget. He's got a limit. So, you know, I still think he looks a little thin, especially up top, because obviously releasing Chindu Mackenzie and Marcel Barrington, they were sort of 2 strikers. So, but if you've got Danny Bassett can play up front, we've got Tommy Bradford, which hopefully will be pushed up front. I think Curtis Cumberpatch can play up there, and you know, so it isn't. Yeah, but I still think we need a couple more. But at this stage of pre-season, it's very hard. I think it's very hard to sort of get quality players because they're already committed to like various clubs. We're so late in the pre-season now. So, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, you know, you could be a couple more. We've got 1 more friendly and about 4 more training sessions. So you know. we could still get a couple more players in, Peter. So yeah, but yeah, so that's it from me, AJ. I'm going to do a vlog. I'm going to Croydon Athletic versus Beckenham Town tonight. I'm thinking about doing a vlog from this one for the first time this season. But of course, come the new season, and Robbie's TV is back, which is good. I don't think they're going to do all the games, but I think they're going to be doing a few. So yeah, it's good. It'd be good to see home highlights on YouTube. But away games, I'll be doing the vlogs from away games as per normal, and of course do my usual some ground hopping vlogs. Yeah, I'll say I might do one tonight. Just sort of get practice in really because I'm going to do the 2-1 weekend. I've got Merstham versus Rains Park Val on Saturday, and Sunday I'm going to go and watch AFC Croydon Athletic versus Sutton Athletic. So yeah, I'll be doing vlogs from them. But yeah, that's it from me. Like I say, it's been a productive pre-season. Still things to be worked on, but like I said, Saturday's game of defence looked a lot more tighter than it had done. So yeah, that's it. Look forward to see what the season brings. The first game at home to Potter's Bar, and then we're away to Bognor Regis, and then away to Hornchurch, which hopefully we can get them early on. We get them so early in the season, they might not have got the momentum yet because they're stonewall favourites to win the league. So good to get that one out early, to be fair. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and give us a like, and do appreciate it, you spending the time to watch these vlogs. And I'll be doing loads more as the season progresses. So that's it from me, AJ. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. So until next time, sayonara.